Good morning, my pocket friends, you beautiful people. It's a snowy afternoon. I wonder how much snow we're going to be getting. I don't know. It's pretty outside right now. Are we going to get that snowstorm we were supposed to get 2 days ago? Probably not. Oh boy. I have a lot to do to prep for a Friendsmas party. Yep, Friendsmas. We are a little late, but we are way earlier than we usually are because it is not uncommon for it to be Friendsmas in July for us, trying to get all of us together. But it's easier to do after the holidays when, things are slowing down and we don't have so much other things going on with, family stuff. But anyway, I'm going to host Friendsmas this year. My house isn't too messy. I got a lot of clothes I need to put away, and I thought about making ham and beans. Good comfort food. But my one friend has certain restrictions that she can't have. Gluten, one of them. I'm not sure what it is in beans. Is beans gluten? I guess she can't have beans, or maybe she just doesn't like beans. I'm not sure. But she kind of vetoed that one. The other alternative was taco bar, which, can't go wrong with a taco bar. So I got everything already bought, and I was going to prep the meats probably today. We'll see. I did go ahead, though, and make the ham and beans. I made them yesterday. I thought, if anybody wants any ham and beans, they can have a bowl if they want tacos and ham and beans. So that's already done. But I have buffalo chicken dip. I already made that. That's all good to go. But then I'm going to make jalapeno popper dip. I need to look at the recipe. I need to talk. I need to see if it can be made a day ahead, or if it's just easier just to make it on the spot. But the dilemma is we're also going to, it's our Dungeons and Dragons game day prior to the party, like literally right up, they butt up to each other, which usually I go to my other friend's house for that, but we're all a part of the Friendsmas as well. So we decided we're just going to move game night here so that we're already here, and then merge into the Christmas get together. So because of that, I don't want to be like getting away from the game time to be working on the food stuff. So I want to have everything pretty much ready, or all I got to do is like pop something in the oven or whatever to warm up, sort of thing. So I need to look at that recipe. The only thing stopping me from making it, I feel like it's one I had to buy the panko for, and I imagine that so it gets a crispy crust on the outside, which then I could go ahead and make it all, just not do that part and put the crust on. I need to look at the recipe. The other thing I want to make, I do have to make tomorrow, right before, so I will have to shoot. I will have to do this during game time. I found this thing, and I wonder why it's called Iowa, but they're called Iowa Party Bites. It's you take the tortilla scoops, and fill it with stuff, and chop it with cheese. Sorry, my coffee gives me, maybe it's the semaglutide, I don't know, it makes, And then other than that, everybody's going to bring their own beers, or, if they want the adult beverage. I have some Diet Coke and water. I drink Diet Coke and water. Other than that, I just need to kind of clean up the house a little bit, put the clothes away. I do have some laundry I need to do. I'm trying to debate if I want to do that today or just get up in the morning and do a load of laundry. Maybe I'll just put what I have away today, and then I'll just have the laundry to do tomorrow and put away. Usually during Friendsmas, we'll just hang out, chat, play games. Hopefully they're going to bring games. I really don't have very many games here. Historically, we are pretty much going to either, one of their other houses, and they have lots of games. I have Aggravation, maybe Yahtzee. We don't really play either of those, but mainly because I would totally play Aggravation. I love Aggravation, but the biggest amount of players I have is 6. I have a board for 6, and I have one that's for 4 people. That's handmade. There's 8 of us, so can't play that. Last time we got together, we played this voting game. That was funny. I need to wrap gifts and laundry, maybe, or laundry may end up shoved in a closet. Just saying. I don't feel like it's the top priority. Oh, I do want to, he's not going to like it, but Judah needs a bath. He hates baths, but he needs one, and I need to trim some of his furs around his little face because it's starting to get in his eyes. And him should smell good. Are you guys having a good start to 2025? Mine's okay. I haven't really, obviously if you're watching any of my videos or you see thumbnails, you see I'm kind of a little bit all over the place. And I don't think that'll ever change necessarily, just an FYI, because I have lots of interests. And I know other people do like separate channels, and I maybe do that eventually, but it doesn't seem very, at this time, beneficial to like spread out my stuff and try and grow multiple things at one time. Maybe I'm wrong, but if I want to vlog about my life, that's my life. My life is a little bit of shenanigans and uncertainty and spurs at my ass and do whatever hits me to do. Wintertime's hard because I don't like being out in the cold. It hurts. I don't go to bars. I'm kind of a homebody. Summertime is more like I like to go to the beach. I like to go to the Indiana Ocean. That's what we call it. Lake Michigan. Hang out at the beach and go to music festivals and camp and stuff like that. So in the summertime, hopefully I'll, take you guys along on some of those little adventures, side quests. Another thing too is I love clothes. I love fashion. I went to school for fashion merchandising and design. Always had my unique sense of whatever style. And I've always loved clothes that flatter whatever shape, size I happen to be. I feel more frumpy now lately. I don't know if it's just because, like I said, I don't go out anymore. I have no purpose of, really dressing up or anything. But I still love clothes. And I want to do more fashion hauls and stuff. But right now, spending money on those to be able to create this content, and the uncertainty of not knowing how much I'm going to owe in taxes and stuff like that, it seems very frivolous. It doesn't seem very responsible of me to do so. So then I've been trying to think of, well, what else could I do that, you might be interested in clothing wise, like how I do put together like styles for my shape. But then I'm like, but then a lot of the stuff is so old. I've had it forever and ever and ever and ever. And so you wouldn't be able to go out and buy that item, but then maybe it could just be inspiration for the style of the item that you could look for, kind of like a live Pinterest. I've always been pretty minimalist when it comes to makeup and stuff. I have the things that I like, but I've not gotten the chance to like experiment with a lot of brands like others have. So I'm not very familiar with makeup trends. I was a cosmetologist at one time. My senior year of high school did vocational, so I went half day at high school, and then the other half I went to beauty school. And then I graduated from both of those at the same time, and then I went off to college for the fashion merchandising and design. So I've always had, the kind of a well-rounded sense of style and stuff, but since I've not been doing hair, I kind of fell out of touch with the latest trends on that. And my hair has just always been kind of the same. I've always had straight hair. Historically, it's always been long. Year and a half ago when I was losing the weight, I was starting to be more adventurous with my style, my makeup, my hair. I felt good. I felt better about myself. Of course I would. So if I ever can overcome this stupid demon that I pack around with me, and then actually, lose the weight and feel more zest in my life, I'm sure that it probably would change. I would probably, feel more inclined to like dabble in more of like the makeup stuff and like get more adventurous with my style, because I've always been pretty creative with my style. I feel like I'm babbling again. It'd be nice to really, get into like some more extra skincare, find some products that really are healthy and beneficial for my skin. I got my skin from my dad's side of the family. I have sensitivities, and my dad had like the rosacea and some psoriasis that was around his face, especially right here. His poor little face would get so sore. So I'd like to prevent that from really happening to moi. But I definitely have the sensitivity. And I notice more and more as I age, the dryness. I'm starting to get dry. So would love some tips from any of you folks, ladies and gentlemen, that have the same issues, that you have found something that works. That'd be great. I sidetracked my conversation there with all kinds of stuff, didn't I? See, I'm all over the place. But I need to get busy. I need to do something. I need to start somewhere. Where do I start? Maybe in the bedroom and get those clothes put away on my... Keep getting spam calls. I accidentally, here, let me give you a piece of advice. I accidentally went online trying to sign up for I thought I had gotten to the government site for the health insurance. I didn't. And turns out it was some, I don't know what, bot thing that sold my number to thousands of insurance companies. So immediately, as soon as I did that, my phone started that day. That was the worst, was the first week of that. My phone from 8 a.m. till about 9 p.m. at night did not stop ringing constantly with these insurance companies trying to sell me insurance. What a freaking mistake, man. Now, because, open enrollment for most of insurances was up until, January 1st in it, or right before. And so the phone calls picked up again. Now there's tapering off, but there is this one that is calling me. I never answer them. I was just blocking them, but my block list is huge now. But this one keeps calling, and it's always from 3 different locations in Indiana. But they will call me. They're calling me about probably 10, 15 times a day. So that's fun. Yeah, don't ever do that. Frickin' mess. We're gonna go into the bedroom and put some of these clothes away. Let's go. My favorite flower, lily of the valley. You guys have never smelled them. They're sweet as can be. My Grammy always had them growing beside her house, and I was a child of the 80s, so I grew up outside, as most kids should. But I would go outside and play around her house and come back in with lilies of the valley in my hair. Yes, I'm that girl. I definitely have always had the kind of the earthy flower girl vibe about me. Yes, ma'am. These are all clean clothes. I just hadn't got put away. This is a Shein find. I've actually had good luck. I've had some shit products too. I'm not saying that from Shein, but I've actually had some good luck finding some pretty decent stuff on there. Do I think they're an ethical company? Nope. Do I think that sometimes budgets require, how do I want to say that? Unfortunately, a lot of places are not ethical. And if I had the finances to strictly buy ethical clothing and products, I would do so. Many people don't have that luxury. This was a Shein. This one feels so good, and it's super thick, really nice, fuzzy. This I made myself. It's my band. This top shirt is one of my friend's old bands that I made into a dress. And then the bottom t-shirts were all from the Goodwill. Even the Who Pinball Wizard I scored at Goodwill. So that's fun. It's a fun one. For the most part, this closet here is all dresses and my jumpsuits. I got this off Bloom Chic. I will say I didn't realize how oversized a lot of their stuff runs. So almost everything I bought is too big for me, and I was too lazy to return it, and I should have. This I've tried washing to see if I could just shrink the hell out of it. but it's comfortable and layered that you can't really tell too much that it's a little bit too big. This was a Shein. I noticed that sweatshirts from Shein, I like their t-shirts. I've not found a t-shirt fabric that bothers me. Sweatshirt fabric is weird. It's like that. Like I even have a little catch on my thumb right now on my skin from like the winter. And this is the kind that it catches on. This kind, I have what sweatshirts I have from them, but I'm probably never going to buy another sweatshirt unless somebody hauls one that I see and they tell me that it feels otherwise. Sweatshirts, I think I threw one away already because I just couldn't stand it. I think that one and this one are the only two that are surviving so far. This is my shenanigans coordinator. This is Chic Soul. Have you guys ever heard of Chic Soul? I have quite a few of their dresses, but I have this in like this color, a burnt orange, and a black. These are comfortable. This is so cute. Very flattering the way that they did it's got like the umpire waist on it, but it doesn't make you look maternal. I don't really have that problem too much with things making me look pregnant. I mean, I already can look pregnant just because I am fat, but boobs kind of help bring stuff out away from it, so it doesn't really look too maternal. But yeah, this was Shein as well. What I would really like to find is more like these kind of socks and knee socks, like the ones that go up to my kneecap. I don't want socks that go over my kneecap. I like them to come out right under it. But cute, like boot socks that fit my calves. So you plus size girlies that are watching, if you have luck finding such socks, let me know. Drop me a link. Get them from Amazon or what? My problem is if I'm in the store, I can at least like test it and see how far it's gonna stretch and have a kind of an idea if it's going to fit my ankle or my calves. If I buy them online and they don't fit, the hassle of returning, especially now that I don't work in the office where I can just print off my shipping labels, it just stresses me out. One day I really am gonna have to go through that closet especially and clear it out, make room so things can hang proper. Look at my Christmas purchase for the year for myself. I got some little Christmas socks. I love this sweater too. This is a Shein. I like the down the arm part where it says New York, kind of cropped. My Goodwill skirt, that's amazing. Has pockets. It's so comfortable. Good for summer and winter. This is the Chic Soul. I have it in this color and then like a cream color. My friend calls it my sofa dresses because it looks like those vintage sofas from like the 70s. You know the ones I'm talking about. My grandma had one. My grandma and grandpa in Kentucky had them. This is my sofa couch. This is my sofa dress. But so comfortable and it's soft and it's got pockets. I just pile up some dresses here because a lot of this is going in the closet here. Old Navy score several summers ago. Still fits, but it was the first time I tried Old Navy in my life because I always felt like I couldn't fit in their clothes. And turns out, yeah, I can. So that was amongst my first adventures with Old Navy, which was late in my life. This has a stain on it. We'll try and clean that better. These actually have been my favorite purchase this year. Are these tights. They're thermal from Bloom Chic. They are comfortable. They are warm. I think some place that people snooze on, and if I could, when I have some money to do one, I'll do one. A haul from Meijer. Is Meijer global? I don't know. Like, you know, states wide? Like, are they only in certain states or what? You guys have Meijers? It's like a Walmart, but better. Not like as ghetto as Walmart. They have good clothes and they have a lot of good sales sometimes. Another one that I don't see people do much on, I've actually seen though, Meijer, I just have never seen anybody. It's always Target, Walmart. I've not seen Meijer, but this is Cato clearance. I got this to go over a balloon, like one of those balloon type, where the skirt is a balloon dress, but the top is just a tube. Doesn't have straps to cover my bra, and I gotta wear a bra. So I got this to wear over it. Super cute, but I've not had any reason to wear it yet. I probably could have wore it on New Year's if I'd actually gone out, but I decided I didn't want to go out. I was actually in bed before New Year's went off. I did get to hear it ring in though, because I could hear all the fireworks shoot off outside. Usually I go to, I'm a Grateful Dead fan, if y'all didn't know that already. But I usually go to, there's one of my favorite local tribute bands, High Rider. They're kind of becoming a little known around in different states. The possibility of maybe one of you have actually heard of High Rider is probably getting to be more likely. But I've been going to see them since like their beginnings of time, and always went to the New Year's show. Their home bar is in Indianapolis, which is only 45 minutes away from me. I missed, in the last many years, I've only missed the 2020, the pandemic era, and this one, I think, is the only ones I've actually not gone to. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. This is my Motley Crue t-shirt that my cousin that passed away from the head trauma that I told y'all, if you fall and you hit your head, go have it checked. She did not. She fell asleep on the couch and never woke up. So go get your heads checked, folks. But her last trip home, she lived in Arkansas. Her last trip home, and we'll forever call it Deer Creek. I don't care what the fuck it's called right now. It's Deer Creek. She came to see Motley Crue and see family. I'm not sure. I think Motley Crue might have trumped the family, because she was a big hair bands lover all her life. It's one of my favorite memories about Janet. But she got me that t-shirt when she went to that concert on her last trip here. I'm really bummed about this. I got this as just a Goodwill find, but I don't know how I did it. I'll still wear it. I don't care. I accidentally snipped it with some scissors, put a little hole in it. I need to patch it, do something cute with that, or just keep wearing it like I do, because that's what I do. I keep these in the bathroom to put my hair up when I'm taking a bath, but they've moseyed their way in here. All my bras come from Torrid or Lane Bryant. I've yet to find anywhere else that work for me. So another thing, any of you lovely plus size boobalicious girls that have luck finding nice bras outside of Lane Bryant and Torrid, let me know. Oh, I have one more basket. I am going to be right back. I'm going to take a load of this with me. I need to keep practicing. I bought some of the heatless curlers. They're actually in here. Yes, one night when I took them out, it's where they landed. But I need to practice with them. Here's one. Heatless curl. And this bandana was my mom's. I put it over them trying to see if I could sleep with this on, but this wasn't working. But this bandana is as old as I am. She's about 50 at least. Because I don't know, my mom's always had it her whole like, no knowledgeable existence. It's another call for insurance. Isn't it fun? This t-shirt's from Shein. I like them real thick and sprucey. Probably should just throw this away. My mom made this for Judah forever and ever ago. It's a little Purdue little jacket for him. She made it out of a Christmas stocking, but it doesn't really fit him anymore, and this flips up on his back. Do I keep stuff just for the memory of it? But I have so much. I have so much of that. And this is my sock that I cut to make one of those bun things, like so. And then you put your hair in it and wrap your hair around it and make a bun. Yeah. Vicious Mockery t-shirt. I play a bard in one of our campaigns. Something tells me I'm not gonna have all the matches to my socks. I hate to disturb the dude because he is sleeping on the clothes, so I will put those in the laundry basket. Excuse me, later. We are going to venture to the other room and put some of these away. Okay, time to put all this shit away. Yeah, see? No, you can't see, but I need to clean this closet out. You know, until I moved here, my closets were color coordinated, and by like sweaters, all sweaters together, all button-ups together, all turtlenecks together, everything, all, you know what I mean, pants together, skirts together, color coordinated. And I got in that habit because I worked at Lane Bryant. I worked at Lane Bryant for quite a while, and I imagine that's where that stemmed from. And I, to this day, still, I go into Lane Bryant or any clothing store. If I go into the fitting room and try on some clothes, they probably love me because I also hang them back up on the hangers before I exit. I can't help it. But yeah, I worked at Lane Bryant the longest time, as far as like retail. Is that right? It was a part-time job for me. I mean, like lengthwise, I worked there probably the longest. Second to that, Bath and Body Works. That was a seasonal job, but I did it for several years. That one had good perks, good discount. I mean, Lane Bryant had an all right discount, but not as good as Bath and Body Works, which is interesting too, because you know, Bath and Body Works, unless I'm wrong and it's changed, are owned by the same people. Did you know that? I'm not sure what's changed over the years, but also Fashion Bug was owned by the same people. Are there still Fashion Bugs around? I'm not sure. The ones I knew of, as far as I know, closed. Ours closed here many years ago. Anyhoozle. Yeah, I did that. I also worked at, this one was short-lived. I worked at Rack Room Shoes. I hated that job. I got offered a job just when I was shopping one time at Macy's. I was going through the jewelry department, and one of the associates stopped me. I think I was heading to a wedding or something. I remember what I was wearing. I think I remember what I was wearing because she made such a fuss. Excuse me, and my throat's getting dry. She made such a fuss about my outfit and how put together I was. Seriously offered me a job based solely on my style, and then I guess what little conversation we had. But I didn't need a job, and I already had a part-time job. I think at the time I was even working at Lane Bryant for my part-time job, so I didn't need a part-time job. I think those are mostly the retail aspects of it. Your girl's kind of done some things, interesting things for jobs. I've done the whole fast food ventures, McDonald's, Taco Bell. I even worked at Rax, which is like it was like an Arby's of its day. Then I worked in restaurant. I served. I made really good money serving, but I served for a long time at one of our local places that's kind of a locally well-known restaurant. I worked there for quite a while. And then I worked at another restaurant. I was one of their shift managers for a while. My first job was working for Calmar Labs. I was 12 maybe when I started. They receive samples from farmers. Well, I should say, yeah, I probably did that first, and then detasseled. I detasseled. If you're from a farming community, you might have heard of detasseling. I don't know if they do it anymore. You probably have machines to do it now. Anyway, Calmar, the farmers would send their soil samples in. We would dry them out and grind them and package them up and label them, and then send them off to the labs to test for whatever chemicals and stuff they need to put on their crops. I did that for quite a while. That was my very first job. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that before detasseling. Those are around the same age time frame, but as far as like actually my first job, I worked at a grocery store in the video department. I was the video clerk girl for a while. I did that for a long time, but I did that probably my freshman year of high school through my sophomore year of college. Drove home every weekend. I worked at McDonald's there or at one time, and then I worked at a grocery store there at college, and then I drove home on the weekends and work at our grocery store in the video department. Then I did hair, so I worked in a salon for a while, and then at some point I also was a shampoo girl for a salon, which sadly I made more money being a shampoo girl than I was doing the hair myself. I actually kind of liked being the shampoo girl. All I did was wash people's hair, rinse out perms, and neutralize. I did go ahead and neutralize the perms for the stylist, and rinse out colors, and that was it. And I got paid. They tipped me out. How did it work? It was $1 for every shampoo and $2 for every perm and hair color. And they had appointments booked. I was the only one. And they had appointments booked every 10 minutes at that salon. This has a big old hole in it. I don't know what to do with it. Can't decide what I always love the sweater, but it has a big hole in it. I'm gonna take all that out to the recycling. And then that's a whole box of stuff I was talking about. Do I sell it on Poshmark? It's also my wedding dress there. It was stored at Mom's, and last year when I lost the weight, I wanted to see if it was, I wanted it to be too big. It wasn't, it just fit. But my goal was that this dress would eventually be just like a sack on me, and then do a trash the dress photo shoot. Have you ever seen any of those? I wanted to do that with that dress. I wanted to trash the shit out of it. It's so beautiful though. It really is a beautiful dress. And now that I'm not having any success with this, I'm like, do I trash it or do I maybe sell it to somebody who would love to have that dress? Now that being said, it was all very much altered to fit me. And I'm also 4'11". So some short, breasty bride who's got lots of 11s on her would have that. I mean, it kind of narrows down the pool of people who probably would be interested in this dress, but it's beautiful. Anyway, okay, this room, other than closing this door because I have all my shoes piled up in here. Ugh. Tomorrow, that's all that needs to happen. Vacuum, get that shit out to the trash and recycling. Dump that trash. So I have a trash adventure coming up. Let's check out the kitchen. And I need to pull up that recipe and see if I can pre-make that popper dip. And I need to decide if I'm going to make the taco meat now or tomorrow morning. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, my computer. Okay, here's my other dilemma, is I only have one stock pot and I have my slow cooker. I honestly doubt anybody's really gonna want beans tomorrow. I could just put this in Tupperware, then I could cook my meat in here, and then tomorrow put it in the crock pot on low to warm while we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. That sounds like a plan. At the Dollar General, I just picked me up some of these crazy cheap Tupperware dishes, so that's convenient. That will hold probably all of my beans. Wow, that fits very loose. I'm not impressed with the Dollar General. It doesn't seal. Okay, good thing they were like $3. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll wash this up. I don't know if I saved the particular recipe that I wanted. I did not. That's fun. Maybe it was this one. Maybe it wasn't this one. Shoot, man. Oh, let me look at my pictures. Did I take a screenshot? Oh, this reminded me. I know where. It's in one of my books. I think I remember. It's in one of my dungeon. It's in this book. Be right here. I think I can get this pretty much ready and then do the panko tomorrow and pop her in the oven while we're playing. Yes. It says to have this softened. We'll go ahead and get these out. And also, I can go ahead and start frying up the ground beef. Wish I had one of those, I don't know what you call them. It's like almost like a whisk for meat. I don't know. It's plastic, hard plastic. Kind of looks like a sprocket. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Chops up your meat a whole lot easier. would mash this up a lot easier. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Oh yeah. Down, and we'll let that do some of its thing. So in here, it says these need to be softened, but can I look? Let's jump to the recipe. 1.5 cups of yogurt. I don't have the yogurt. We are going to use sour cream because I'm just going to make that executive decision. Wow, maybe I don't want to use this recipe. It doesn't have cream cheese in it. Doesn't jalapeno poppers have cream cheese? I thought I was more prepared for this here dip, but I guess I'm not. Boom. Found one. I'm bookmarking the shit out of this one. Okay, so, and it actually is what I wanted because I needed another cream cheese for something else. I forget what at this very second. Oh, for the Iowa. Oh, shit. How many did I need for that? Hopefully just one. Yes, okay. Yes, okay. So I need one of these for the Iowa party bites and then one for the jalapeno poppers. I'm gonna move this. I'm guessing that this was going to be pickled jalapenos, but I already bought these for the recipe that I was originally thinking I was going to use. So you know what? We're gonna use both. Maybe we can use some of these jalapenos on the taco bar. See, I have plans. I don't know them always, but I have plans. She's gonna be jalapeno-y. Jalapeno ass. She's gonna be jalapeno ass. Yeah, see, the ones I've used so far until this last one fit. Okay, 1 cup of sour cream. Just gonna eyeball it. We need, it says garlic powder, but I want to use some minced. And then 2 cups of shredded cheddar, 1 7/8. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. You guys, I'm a dumbass. I just still went back to that recipe that I wasn't going to use because I forgot that the recipe is in the book. Holy shit, man. Don't do as I do. Do as I don't do. How far off am I on this? I'm not, to be honest. That's convenient. Okay, well, it says cumin on that other one, which I think does sound kind of alright. So let me find where I've got that. I also kind of think onion powder doesn't sound bad. We'll put a little of that in there. Some dried onions. Sure. We're just going rogue here, folks, while I look for freaking cumin. Found some. Okay. Well, Where's the dumbass thing? Because I'm being a dumbass. Oh, it's right there. Wow. It's amazing how my shit turns out tasting good. Okay. Beautiful. So, tomorrow, all I gotta do is mix up the panko with some butter and some parsley and cheese. Sprinkle that on top. Pop it in the oven. Like so. Awesome. We are going to start with mild, since the popper stuff's already hot. I think most of my friends like the spicy, but just in case. This is what my mom always used for the seasoning. We didn't use the powder stuff. I'm not opposed to the powder stuff. It's just not what we always used. There we go. Oh, Judah. He gets himself stuck. He's blind, but he puts himself like up on a chair. He can get up there, but he can't figure out how to get down. Really? I can't with him. I'm gonna swipe this and I'm gonna video record where he's got himself stuck. Yeah? Are you really stuck?
You did that to yourself. You did it to yourself.
Seriously. How did this become black and white? It's being weird. Now my thing's being weird and the camera's about to die. But anyway, I'm just gonna mix this taco sauce up in there. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow I'll have the jalapeno popper dip ready to pop in the oven while we are doing our D&D game part of the day. And just gonna clean up the rest of this mess that I just made, start the dishwasher. And that's it. So maybe I'm not gonna record when my friends are here. I don't know if they really appreciate that. And I should just be present in the time. But anyway, it was really nice sharing my day, my beginning of my day with you guys, prepping for the party. And I will see you next time, my little pocket friends. I love you very mushy. Bye.
Seasons come and go.